Hey there, beautiful souls. Whether you're focused on your career, your finances, or long-term stability, this intuitive career and money tarot reading is meant to find you. If you're new here, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here again. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for ongoing spiritual guidance and clarity. Let's take a deep breath together and ground into the present moment as we uncover the opportunities, challenges, and guidance unfolding for your career and financial path. Ready to see what's coming in? Let's dive in. Hey there, beautiful Pisces souls. This is your career and money reading. It is for mid-July, good for about 4 weeks. And I've already asked for blessings for your reading. So let's get the cards out and then we'll connect to the energies. Okay, Pisces, let's see what you got. You have a couple swords, you have a couple wands. Interesting. All right. I definitely feel like there's a big decision that awaits you, my friends. And my guides are saying choose wisely, but I know you will. Because you have the High Priestess there, which is telling you that I feel like you already know the answer to the decision that you need to make. I feel like it's a big decision, not just a little decision. And I feel like you already know the answer, but something's holding you back. We'll get into the blockages as to what's holding you back to making that decision. But it's like you already know deep down what the answer to that is, because in your current general energies, you have the High Priestess, you have the Three of Pentacles, and you have the Six of Wands. Like strong, intuitive success energy. You know that in order to be successful, your gut is telling you, if you want to be successful, this is what you have to do. A, B as opposed to B, or B opposed to A, left opposed to right. You know your intuitive energies there are already telling you. Your intuitive gifts are guiding you, and they will guide you in this period of time. So it's going to allow you to easily step into this new environment. I feel like you're getting, because you have the Fool there, which is a brand new beginning. But I also feel like you want to step into, not only will it be more successful in a new environment, in a new professional environment where you can make potentially more money, or where your financial situation can grow or stabilize, or you can pay off your debts more easily, or what have you. But it's like it's also a more healing environment, and that is equally important to you. Okay. You are definitely recognized for your abilities, your talent, your knowledge, for what you contribute in your career, in your workplace. Even if you don't fully realize how visible you are becoming, you are very valued okay? Extremely valued. I mean, this is like you. People are listen to you. They listen to what you have to say. They know you can be like a mentor and a teacher and what have you. So you have the knowledge, you have the abilities, you have the talent, you have the, you contribute in ways that other people don't, Pisces. So it's like you are definitely recognized where you are. But I feel like you also want something a bit more collaborative. And that's maybe what you're thinking about right now, is ways in which you can be collaborative. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have a new beginning with a different employer or a different whatever. It could just be that you want to take what you've known and grow it in a way that feels like something new and different that you're doing. So maybe you want to stay in your where your current company or have you, but you just want to not necessarily move higher, but you want to maybe move laterally into something in which you can expand your skills and whatever, and continue to grow them in a slightly different way. Okay, so you like teamwork, you like skill building, you like professional growth, but in a way that's a bit more collaborative. Okay, and of course, you want the victory that comes with the Six of Wands. Okay. Six of Wands is a card of recognition, right? So it's public acknowledgement. So you're saying there, listen, just acknowledge me with a little pat on the back, or please acknowledge me with more money. And I'm happy to stay in this role, but just give me my annual increase, or give me my bonus, or give me the bonus that I really deserve, not just the 1%. Maybe I deserve 5% and you're just, giving it to me. So this is where I'm saying you're feeling like your gut is telling you you deserve this. Your gut is saying, yeah, okay, I deserve this, but I'm not getting it. So what do I do? And this is where you make the decision, and you want to choose, and choose with the facts, okay? Presented before you. Definitely a lot of success after effort. That is what that Six Wands is all about. And you have put in effort, my friends. So the High Priestess is suggesting that your intuition is playing a huge role here in guiding your next steps with your career or your finances or both. Okay. And I feel like you already know that, Pisces. Okay. And I feel like maybe you want to level up, but maybe just quietly. Okay. While still being able to attract more respect and more visibility. Okay. That's where I feel you're coming from in this time period. Now let's look at your challenges. You have the Lovers. You have the Knight of Swords clarifying that, and the Ten of Wands. So, okay, the Lovers card is in a career and finance reading is about choice, but it's also about commitment for me as a reader. What are you going to commit to in the choice, A or B? Okay. And it's a little bit of a tough decision for you, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so your challenges are it gets quite clear here. There's no convolution as to, what your blockage is going to be in this period, or what your challenge is going to be. Difficult choice. It's a difficult choice. And maybe it's a little bit overwhelming mentally. Okay, puts a little pressure on you mentally. Okay. As I said, Lovers is a card of saying, I'm at a crossroads. I have a decision to make. That decision needs to align with what's going to make me happy. Okay. And your Knight of Swords says, God, I wish this would just happen a little faster. Okay. Because it is the fastest moving knight in the deck. And you are saying, okay, I need to communicate. I need some communication here. Somebody, I want it to come so I can get through this. I can make this decision. Maybe you're waiting for an email. You're waiting for somebody to call you. Or I feel like you just feel like there's a little bit of urgency there in terms of you feel like you need to take action right away, but it's not an easy decision to come to, and you can't get through it that quickly. Okay. Now, And that makes things feel intense mentally. All right. 10 of swords, or sorry, 10 of wands, I should say. 10 of wands says, because you're carrying that load, there might be a little bit of burnout, a little bit of overcommitment. Maybe for some of you, you're carrying too many responsibilities. All right, that's why it's a difficult decision, because you're carrying too many, but you still like where you are, or you still like the boss, or you still like the people you work with, or you still like this location, you still like this city, whatever it is, or something there that says, yeah, but I'm overworked. Okay. So you know, now for some of you, could also be you're just feeling pulled in multiple directions, financially, professionally. All right, give that some thought if that's your situation. But I just think that there is a little bit of a risk in that you're trying to do everything at once. So be careful with that Knight of Swords, because you're going to want to go fast. You're going to want to push forward aggressively, and that also builds up exhaustion. Okay, so just bear that in mind in the challenges for you for this time period. So making making an aligned choice is, it's not an easy thing to do, because you don't want to be reactive. Okay, that would be the impulsive thing to do, and you know that that's not what you want to do, but sometimes our impatience forces us to go down that path. Okay, so just to be aware, that's your challenge. All right, now let's get into your outcome, because you have the Fool, beautiful energy, Justice, gorgeous energy, and the Two of Swords, still suggesting you're making a decision here. But what I love about this Two of Swords is, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, usually this figure is blindfolded, meaning that they can't see what the other side of the decisions are, and the swords are like crossed, so there's like it's feeling like a stuck energy. But this one, she has no blindfold on, and the swords are down here, so it's like open with her foot up, saying, okay, I'm ready, let me look to see what that decision results in. What does the other side look like, and what does that result in? So it's like you're open to the possibilities of either side of the decision, and that's what I love about this. The Fool says new chapter. That's what is possible for you, Pisces. It's opening up for you. Okay, and you're still in that decision making by the end of the period of time here, but you definitely are looking toward a fresh start, new beginning, a leap of faith, maybe entering some unknown territory that you would have not in the past considered. Okay, you have the Justice card, which I love. Justice speaks about fairness. It talks about what is right for you, right? It is a card that says maybe there's a new contract out there for you. Okay, maybe it's just some important paperwork or legal matters that you need to tie up loose ends and to move forward. Or for others of you, it's just like I want to say a balancing, a karmic balancing, okay, that really plays a role in your next chapter. Okay, yes, you still have to make the decision. Yes, you're still not decisive or fully decisive, okay, in choosing between these paths, left or right, up or down, A or B, okay. And standing at a crossroads when we have two opportunities or two directions or a major decision, sometimes it feels daunting, but this one I feel is quite significant for you. That's why I said at the beginning it's a big decision. Okay. And I feel like it's very significant. Okay. So but what's great is the Fool really encourages you to take that leap, take the moment, and jump forward, move forward, rather than remaining stuck in some kind of analysis paralysis, okay? Mm, okay. Financially, professionally, I'm going to say there's definitely a reset here. It's a meaningful reset. But that also it's important to remember that it requires some trust. It requires some letting something unfold in the way that it needs to unfold. And that's justice too, in that remember I said what's right for you. What's right for you never passes you by. Remember that, okay? What is right for you will never pass you by. If it wasn't, if you feel like something, you lost out on something, it's because it really wasn't meant for you. All right. So, yeah, I feel like you have to let it unfold the way it needs it to unfold. My guides are saying that there are definitely opportunities to collaborate with colleagues and to join some ventures that are collaborative types of ventures. All right, that those joint ventures could appear for you. And that when you're weighing things in this decision, you should be weighing them against your personal goals, and that'll help you to assess the weight and the worth of that decision, okay, if that A or B, okay. Yeah, I just feel like this will be a significant breakthrough for you in both career and finances by the end of this period of time, my friends. All right, even though you may not make the decision, I feel it comes shortly right after this period of time that you resolve it. All right, Pisces, that's it for today. I hope something resonates. Don't forget to click the like and the subscribe buttons. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, I'm wishing you, as always, divine light and love.